The opening shot captures a thunderstorm raging over an abandoned luxury hotel, lightning flashing across the dark sky as rain pounds against the broken windows, creating a tense, foreboding atmosphere. Inside, 28-year-old Adam, a new night security guard, arrives with cautious steps, carrying a flashlight and looking around nervously as the storm's fury echoes through the empty, echoing lobby. The old manager, a grizzled man with a calm yet serious demeanor, approaches Adam, voice firm as he warns, "Whatever happens after 3 o'clock a.m., never enter room 404, his eyes narrowing with urgency. Adam smirks nervously, brushing it off with a casual shrug, and begins his patrol, his footsteps echoing on the marble floor, dim lights flickering overhead in rhythm with the storm outside. Long, empty hallways stretch endlessly in all directions, flickering fluorescent lights casting eerie shadows that seem to move just out of sight, adding to the tense silence of the vast hotel. He checks each floor diligently, glancing repeatedly at his watch until the clock strikes precisely 3 o'clock a.m., and suddenly every light abruptly plunges into darkness. A heartbeat passes before emergency red lights flare up, casting a sinister glow on the hallway as Adam's eyes widen in alarm, the silence now deafening aside from the rain. At the far end of the hall, a small girl dressed in white appears silently, her face blank yet intense, her gaze boring into Adam's as she stands unmoving in the shadows. Without blinking, she raises her fragile hand and slowly points directly at room 404, then dissolves into the pitch black darkness, leaving Adam frozen in place. Suddenly, Adam's radio crackles with static, and a whisper echoes softly, chillingly. "You're too late," voice cold and muffled, sending tremors through his body. His breathing grows labored, and his flashlight flickers uncontrollably as grotesque shadows twist and dance across the walls, creating disturbingly surreal shapes. Door after door begins to open slowly on their hinges, revealing darkness beyond, inviting him towards the forbidden room 404, which seems to beckon ominously from the shadows. With trembling hands, Adam approaches the aged wooden door at the end of the hall, its surface weathered and splintered, before it slowly swings inward as if by unseen force. Inside, he steps into a corridor far larger than the hotel, lined with ancient, ornate clocks all frozen at exactly 3 o'clock a.m., their ticking sounds eerily synchronized and deafening. He moves cautiously, the floor creaking beneath him as the silence thickens, and suddenly, the door slams shut behind him, sealing him inside this cursed, otherworldly space. Desperately, Adam tries to run back, but the exit has vanished, replaced by walls covered in hundreds of framed photographs of himself, at every age and every moment he's ever lived here. He halts, shock rippling across his face as he recognizes himself in each image, bound to this infinite hallway, trapped in a disturbing continuum where time loops endlessly. The clocks, suddenly alive, all begin ticking wildly in unison, emitting a deafening, relentless chime as the entire corridor begins to shake violently, debris falling from the ceiling. From the darkness, a towering, shadowy humanoid creature with glowing white eyes slowly emerges, its presence monstrous, motionless, yet radiating an overwhelming, terrifying power as it stares directly at Adam. Adam bolts, sprinting through the endless, shifting corridor, the camera dynamically following his frantic escape with rapid, cinematic movement as the creature advances with unnatural slowness but deadly intent. He finally reaches a glowing door at the end of the hall, leaping through it desperately as the creature lunges behind him, and the scene cuts to him, collapsing on the hotel lobby floor, gasping for breath. The camera shifts to a peaceful morning scene, sunlight pouring through the windows, illuminating the untouched, eerily silent lobby where everything appears normal and safe. Adam slowly sits up, sweat beading on his brow, and the old manager, appearing again with a bittersweet smile, approaches softly, saying, "Welcome back. You never left," its tone heavy with sorrow. His gaze darts past the manager to the door behind him, room 404, whose door is now slowly opening on its own, shadows spilling from within as dread floods his face. The camera begins to slowly zoom out, capturing the entire scene, Adam, the lobby, the ominous opening of room 404's door, until everything dissolves into darkness and the scene fades to black.